Hi everybody, I'm going to try something a little bit different with this video in that I'm going to narrate it as we walk through. It's going to be shorter than some of the other ones, shorter than a lot of the other ones these days, because I didn't record our entire walkthrough. So last week we went to the Biltmore for my birthday, yay, and it was a really good day for it. It was overcast, so not great for photography, but it kept it nice and cool. And because of the lockdown, there weren't very many people. They're rationing the number of people that can get into the grounds at any given time. So we stopped by and we were able to park at the garden parking lot, which they've had closed for a while. It was just too crowded. So we stopped by the garden, the rose garden first, and here's a nice view of it. The roses were gorgeous. They had just started to pop for most of them. Hey, spider! And they were really, really pretty. I imagine if we could go today, it's raining cats and dogs, it would be even prettier. The other flowers were gorgeous as well. And yes, definitely look down below for some additional links and whatnot. I didn't get the name of every rose. I'll try to do that next time. If you like this sort of format where I'm narrating and talking to you as you walk around the place, let me know and I'll do it again, and I'll make a point of getting the names of the roses. I did get the names of some of them, but for the most part, nope, you'll just see roses. I'll also be popping in and out periodically, just to let you look around. Yes, please. I'm not sure which side it's going to be on. Give us a like. And if you're watching this someplace other than YouTube, click the link above and you can look at the full description. Sorry for the wobble. My camera didn't like me pointing off to the side as I was walking. Beautiful red rose back there. Here's a bit of a close-up. This is I want to say it's a particularly beautiful flower, but no, they were all over the place. But it was a magnificent little flower. Now for a wide shot of the total lack of people in the garden. I think at this point it literally was just Susan and myself. But I know what you want to see are roses, so let's go over and look at these. Now, I did get the names of some. For example, this is Madame Isaac Pereire. Sorry for my horrible French. It's a bourbon rose. And this one over here is R.K. Witherspoon, a hybrid tea. Oh, and here it smells wonderful going under. Really beautiful roses. And as long as you're not allergic, it was great. This one is Traviata. It's a hybrid tea. And no idea about this one, but there's a ladybug. This next rose is called Lavender Veranda. Let's take another look around. There's still very few people in the rose garden. Oh, there's one. Oh, she's wearing a mask. Oh, that's Susan. Yes, she's wearing a mask. And we didn't wear the masks everywhere. Mainly we'd put them back on if we needed to pass some other people or thought we'd be in some place where people would be, or if we were indoors. Unfortunately, this was closed because it was all indoors. The gift shop was open with clear directions for where to travel, which direction to go at any given time, and to stay away from other people. This is 1910, which we figured out was just a catalog number because this one is 1909, and the one beyond that is 1908. I don't know if the catalog is available online or if you can find out more information on a specific rose. I'll have to look up that information some other time. Yep, 1908. Now, as we're going through here, if there are other things that you would like to know about the garden, if there are things that you'd like me to tell you about as we're walking through here, other than the name of every single rose, let me know in the comments. I'll try to integrate that in a future video. What's that purple thing over there? Ah, that one is called Mortimer Sackler, presumably named after somebody in the Sackler family. And they were allowing cars to drive all the way through. I don't know if they were allowed to drive all the way up to the house. They had limited the amount of driving that people could do prior to the shutdown. But given that there were very few people, yes, please go to Facebook and check us out. This rose had a really neat center. But again, given how few people there were, they were allowing cars to drive through, and there weren't many of those. The grounds themselves everywhere are just gorgeous, and that day devoid of people for the most part. We ran into more as the afternoon wore on, and I had heard that it was more empty the earlier you went. We got there about noon. You can see this field has one person in it. And these photos are a mix of ones that I took and that Susan took. Now in this one, look for a small bird flying very rapidly toward the bottom of the screen. Again, I'm not used to where I am, so it's either over there. I think it's over there. Has a yellow belly and was going to town on all the bugs in the air. Oh, there it is. And behind us is the Italian garden, named that way because of the statues. I'm kind of a peasant when it comes to that sort of thing. And yes, please do. Just click that right there. We weren't able to go into the house. It was closed right now. We could walk all the way around it. You can see here there's still very few people, and the lawn out in front of it is largely empty. Pretty though. Our next stop were the fountains, where I gotta warn you, if you haven't gone to the bathroom yet, you might want to pause here and go, because there's going to be a lot of water noises coming up. View from the other end of the lawn. And the fountains behind me, right back there, there's some really interesting erosion going on. It's kind of a weird thing to mention, but it struck me. And now we're headed up to look at the statue of Diana and her dog, and her little dog too. Now that view there were a couple picnicking, and they had that entire view to themselves. And again, more fountains, so, excuse me. Whew. Oh, excuse me. Okay, and I wanted you to hear this. We're going to stop this. Just listen to the audio. Most of what you've been hearing, the bird sounds and whatnot, were pre-recorded because there was construction going on. But for the most part, the grounds that day sounded like this. And the construction they were doing was tilling and that sort of thing. Oh, there's Susan weeping under the weeping blue atlas cedar. There's also an evil bunny in this tree. Do you see it? Right there. There's the evil bunny. And so the rest of the video is going to be stills that we took there. Some of the video got lost. Not sure what happened. It's happened a couple of times. Got to look into that. But again, the grounds are gorgeous, pretty strawberry. So if you get a chance to go right now, definitely go. There will be fewer people. If you're not able to go until later, go, even if it is all peoply. It's well worth it. Candy drop flowers. So I want to thank you for coming along with me, and subscribe, please. There. Give us a like and leave a comment. Bye-bye.